Welcome back to Cohen and Kerr. We're here with the candidates from the Aquia District, and so we have a quick 30-second response question. And so, Amanda?
All right, Ms. Roussel, what are your top 3 priorities for the county?
Aquia Town Center. The Aquia Town is right outside of Aquia Harbor. And we have issues where folks think that Aquia Harbor is going down. Aquia Town Center. So that's number one. Number two, students. We've got to be better for the teachers, students, our special needs, and my third is transportation.
Ms. Shelton.
My number one happens to be transportation. And my experience in working with portfolio management, which is frankly what Smart Scale is, I think is going to come to bear there really well. I am very unhappy with the quality of education that our kids are getting. So that's my number two, is improve the quality of education. Number three, accountability. Accountability across the board in all of the things that Stafford County does. It's specifically, not specifically, that was wrong, I'm sorry, but definitely related to small businesses and making sure that small businesses are all treated equally.
Ms. Foley.
My number one is the schools. We need to be ready. The people are coming. The students are coming. We haven't built a new school in over 10 years. We need to get on education. Two, we need to address transportation and the infrastructure in general and look at that. And three, I want to look at improving opportunities for small businesses because one of the key ways that we are going to get people off the roads and improve our transportation is by having local employment for more people.
All right, and so we come to the closing statement time for our candidates. The order is Ms. Roussel. You have 2 minutes.
Thank you. In closing, let me say that I'm a person who believes in fighting for what's right, for my family, for my community. I did it in the aftermath of Katrina. We relocated here to Northern Virginia, positioned myself in the community, and I've enjoyed it. I was embraced by the community. Having lived here for 11 years, I sense another type of storm developing in Stafford County, but it's a good storm. I want Stafford to get ahead of that storm and provide a decent place for members of this community to work and play, a place where members of this district can conduct business while allowing citizens to be productive members of their community. I pledge to fight to create that environment here in Stafford. With your support, it will be done because we will always be better together. You have been so very welcoming. I've shown up at doors and the doors have opened. Some were very tentative at first, but we talked. We had a great time. We talked about the issues. Some of you I was not able to reach at the doors. But I'd like for you to go to my website. And on my website, you'll get more information about who I am, what I'm about, and what I plan to do as a board of supervisor for Stafford County and the Aquia District. Look for posted events like meet and greets. I am having some meet and greets. So for those people that have not been able to, I've been into your area but not had an opportunity to meet you, come out and meet with me at the meet and greets. We've been having a great time. And I'll say this, above all, go out and vote. Vote early. Vote on November 7th. Vote for Yolanda or
I mentioned earlier that I'm a retired vet. There's 35% of our county are veterans or retired people, and we're all working mainly up north. So that congestion problem that we have, and I talked about transportation being my number one concern, we have to solve it. It's definitely impacting us negatively for economic development. Without economic development, then we can't have the money to do our schools. And let's go talk about the things that we have in our plans. We have some really beautiful, beautiful shelf plans. We have these great things that we spent, in my opinion, too much money on to be able to develop those plans. But now we need to follow them. So executing to those plans is something that I intend to do. Now, I mentioned earlier that when you have a plan, the moment you make it, you're going to change it. So I'm not saying that we have to follow them exactly because I know that's wrong. But what we do have to do is talk to each other and integrate is a good word for that, but also iterate off of those to develop something that's going to meet best what we need in Stafford County. I also mentioned about the schools and the special needs people. I've met with alternative paths. I've met with alternative schools. I've met with people in the community, and there, as Yolanda said, there is a huge amount of people that really need our help. And it's not just the special needs people. We cannot make a cookie cutter approach to the way that we teach our children. So I'm not on the school board. I have no intentions of micromanaging the school board. So but what I am going to do is provide that accountability and understanding that where we give you the budget, where the money goes, and it's my money, where is it going, and making sure it gets into the schools. So at the end of the day, I've mentioned many, many times, we need to talk. So we need to talk daily. I intend to have community meetings. I love that Laura Silver started that. She's a Democrat. It was a great idea, and I intend to continue those communications. And, by the way,
And Ms. Foley.
The last time that Stafford County kind of experienced a population surge, we were ready. If you were here from 1995 to 2006, we built schools. Almost every year a new school opened. We moved away from a year and we came back, and the Stafford Marketplace had come out of nowhere, and all of a sudden we had Target and we had all these great stores that we hadn't had in Stafford. The population is growing again. After slowing down for a while, it's picked up. We've been told there's going to be another surge, and we're not ready. We need to come up with our plans. We need to implement them now. We can't wait. We have to start planning for the future now. I will, as a candidate, as a supervisor, I will be open and looking for opportunities to meet you and to talk to you more. Unfortunately, in our country, I think the squeaky wheel is the one that gets oiled, and that's the only one whose needs are met. I went to court against the school board because part of the community didn't have an opportunity to hear about plans that were being made. I will make sure that no matter what community you are part of within the Aquia District, that you will know what is going on. You'll have an opportunity to provide input. So whether you are working up north or whether you're working on a farm, whether you are in school or whether you're a stay-at-home parent, you will have an opportunity to learn about those options. I'm not going to commit to something that I don't know enough about to give you a good answer. People have been saying, what are you going to do about this? If I don't know, I don't answer it. I say, I'm going to find out and I'll come back and tell you. As a supervisor, you will know what the consequences are going to be of the choices that we are making. If we do nothing, this is what's going to happen to the county. This is the good, this is the possible bad. This is what will happen to the same. If we pick A, what are those consequences going to be? If we pick B, what are those consequences going to be? And I don't think we've been given that information before. We've just been sold that this is the best thing for the county, and then after the fact we say, oops, we forgot that, or we didn't see that. That's not what you're going to get from me as a supervisor. And I agree with the other candidates. The most important thing at the end of the day is that you vote. Exercise your constitutional right to go out there and vote.
Thank you, and we thank you for tuning in to see the candidates from the Aquia District, and we thank Ms. Shelton, Ms. Roussel, and Ms. Foley for being here. We remind you that Election Day is November 7th. As they have mentioned, they are on Facebook, and some have websites as well that you can look at. This is an open seat in the Aquia race. And another element about Stafford County is there have been races that have been decided by as little as 12 votes. And so your vote will make a difference, and so you can have an impact on Stafford County, but you need to make a choice and go and vote. So please come back and watch Cohen and Kerr, and we hope that you will continue to be devoted watchers.
Yeah, that's okay.